This week on Real Adventures, we're in beautiful Costa Rica as guest of the Osa Resort Club. Our fishing and jungle adventure trip starts off with flying into the capital city of San Jose, where we were picked up by the Osa Resort Club concierge service staff and transported to the White House Hotel, Casino, and Spa.
If I could pick a favorite place to go fishing in the world, where the fishing was great and you could sleep late and there were lots of pretty girls, one place comes to mind, been there many times, just can't wait until I'm on my way back to San Jose, Señorita.
Well, we're loading up in this beautiful Grand Caravan here from Paradise Air. We're going to head out to the Osa Resort, get checked in, have a little breakfast, and get out and do some fishing. Can't wait. Ready to get out there and bend a rod.
Yeah, baby.
The views on our flight to the Osa were incredible. The Osa, as it is known to locals and residents, is Costa Rica's southernmost peninsula, a large expanse of which is dedicated to the Coronado National Park. It is the single largest expanse of lowland tropical rainforest in Central America and is one of the tallest rainforests in the entire world. The fishing waters off the Osa Peninsula are a mecca for sport fishing, not just for Costa Rica, but all of Central America. With over 100 world records, the Osa Peninsula is a destination of choice for the serious sport fishing enthusiast. All right, well, we got a nice dolphin on here. We're gonna throw the kayak in, deploy the landing craft, and go get him.
Getting the kayak in the water now.
Well, first thing in the morning, we hook up with a nice 30-pound dolphin, and then jump right into the kayak, and it was on. The game was on with a big bull Dorado.
We're gonna get a Dorado in the kayak now. Nice little bull, huh? There's the fish right on the surface, getting close to the kayak, swimming right for the kayak. Nice one, looks about 30 pounds. Good job. How's that rod working for you?
The Sea Magic rods that we brought with us to Costa Rica were fantastic in the kayak. They really had a lot of backbone, and it turned out they were the perfect length for fighting fish in the kayak.
That rod does have nice action. Your fish is behind you. He's underneath my boat, Mike. He's gonna pull you backwards. Coming up, there he is. Gonna come up, he's gonna do a jump. Oh yeah, nice jump. Got Mike Mr. Extreme there. He's going to grab the Dorado with his hands. He was wrestling a sailfish yesterday.
You know, everything happened so fast when you hook the fish and you're jumping in the kayak, so before we knew it, we were in the kayak with the rod, but we had no gaff to gaff the dolphin. So once he got up close to the boat, I just gently wired him over, reached over, and got my hand through the gill plate and lifted him right into the boat.
Good job, guys. Nice fish.
Catching this dolphin on the kayak was awesome. If you'd like to experience a kayak fishing adventure like this, Osa Resort Club can make it happen. These guys really know how to show you the best adventure vacation. Osa has it all, and I'll tell you, if you want to try kayak fishing, let me tell you how it started out for us. First thing in the morning, we were trolling and we hook a dolphin, and getting ready to jump in the kayak, sure enough, another line goes down and it's a sailfish. So now I got a dolphin and a sailfish on. So we put one rod in the rod holder, we get a life jacket on, Juan and I jump in the kayak and it's on. We've got a double header, we've got a sailfish and a dolphin on.
Hey, who's driving that kayak? Juan's got the Dorado in the back. Mike's got the sailfish in the front. Double hookup. Ocean kayaks. Nice stable kayak.
I never really experienced fishing in a kayak before, so it made a new dynamic for us. Every which way I turned my rod tip, it would pull the kayak, and it was basically the sailfish was fighting the kayak, and the dolphin. So the dolphin was stretched out the other way, jumping, and we're fighting the sailfish. Luckily, I had some Crocs on, and he was getting a little aggressive, so I had to put my foot up and kind of fend off a little bit. When you're at the fish eye level, you're willing to use anything to keep this 100-pound sailfish that can jump 10 feet in the air from jumping on top of you and whacking you with his bill.
Juan's got the pole. Mike's going to attempt for the bill. Careful, Mike. You just hit the kayak. Mike got him leadered right in front of the kayak. Look at that. Careful, Mike. There you go. And he's got him. Got the hook out?
Well, logistically, we thought about trying to do a one-person kayak with the sailfish, but it really doesn't work because the important thing here is, we want to catch these fish, but we want to release them healthy and safe. And when I leadered the fish and grab them by the bill, if I didn't have first mate Juan there to paddle the kayak and get some water moving across the gills on the fish, it probably wouldn't have worked out the way it did. When you're releasing these fish, it's best to, whether you're in a power boat, you're going to put the boat in gear and hold his head underwater and get some water moving across his gills to make him feel a little bit better. Because understand he's had a really tough fight here, and we want to make sure he's feeling okay so that when he swims away, he has a great chance of surviving and being healthy.
About ready to finish up here. We're only 2 miles off the Rockamont Apollo. Nice crystal blue water. This one's a little more friskier than the other one. Let's see how Mike handles it. He's got him.
As you can see, that circle hook's right in the corner of his mouth. That's why we didn't worry about him while we fought the sailfish. We knew the circle hook wasn't going anywhere. And as you can see, it is right in the corner. We're going to take that hook out. And we're going to welcome another bull dolphin aboard the Two Dogs. Here in Costa Rica, the Osa Resort and Club. Come on down and do some extreme kayak fishing for yourself.
Good job.
Come on in, the water's great. Come on down and give Osa Resort a chance to show you the adventure of a lifetime. The ocean is just alive out there off the Osa Peninsula. We found a school of spinner porpoise just moving and grooving, and I just couldn't help myself. I had to jump in and take a look from the ocean view what they looked like.
Yeah, I got a hook up here. Mike's got a hook up.
Oh man, I just ran up here with my popper here, my Strike Pro Tuna Hunter popper on my Sea Magic rod and got one on the popper. See if we can't get him up here to the boat. This is just so exciting. What a fishery here off the coast of Costa Rica. Everything you want, catching sailfish and dolphin and kayaks. Come out here into the tunas, catching tunas. It was really a cool experience to be able to see this on the surface. And any sight casting that you're doing gets you kind of excited anyways. You're seeing these tunas popping on the surface. So they don't call them tuna hunters for nothing. These Strike Pro lures really work.
Nice lures, nice topwater lures for tuna. Actually, I'm gonna get you guys to leave me a couple when you go.
Combined with a Sea Magic spinning rod, Strike Pro lures, the tunas just don't stand a chance.
How's that feel, Mike?
Yeah, I can see them right there. Right on the edge of my drag here. I don't want to break them off. Want them to settle down a little bit. I can see him right down there. He's not too far out. As you can tell by the reel, I got plenty of line on it. Here he comes.
Get the gaff, Juan.
Oh, he's a nice one. All right, nice 30-pound yellowfin tuna. Look at this guy. On the tuna hunter, right in the corner of his mouth. Tuna aboard the Two Dogs out of Costa Rica.
Let it back out. Wait till he gets off.
Awesome, awesome yellowfin tuna. We were swimming with these guys down there. That's got to be a 30-pound fish, maybe more. You can see this Strike Pro tuna hunter obviously works. We tuna hunted him right out of the school. Awesome. Wires, get him out. The super strong hooks here and the Strike Pro lures are deadly. You can see we barely get him out of there. There we go. Strike Pro lures and Sea Magic rods, a great combination to come out here and catch a beautiful tuna just like this one here.
Okay, boys, let's go get another one.
Thanks, Cap. Pretty work, buddy. Pretty work. And the best part is Lee got some sushi. Woo! You know, most fishermen are avid fish lovers, and I gotta say, what a cool experience to have. Catch that tuna. And as soon as that meat chilled down, we were eating fresh sashimi on the boat. Doesn't get any better than that.
This river is the Terror River. This is one of the largest rivers in Costa Rica. We're gonna go down the rapids. You're gonna expect to get wet. You're gonna expect to have fun and go a little crazy too.
You know, the one thing about Costa Rica is you're definitely gonna run out of time before you run out of things to do. Yet another adventure, we went whitewater rafting. When we first looked at the rapids, it seemed like, what, is this all we're gonna do? That doesn't look like anything. And sure enough, we hit these rapids and that boat is just pitching and rolling around and water's flying everywhere and you're just paddling like a maniac just to keep it straight. And after we got through the rapids and everybody was still on the boat, we saluted with a rapids high five. At every turn you can experience the real Costa Rica. And we got that opportunity at the river when we saw a 1-horsepower boat coming across the river. What is Tico Bob up to over there? I guess he forgot to shower this morning. When they say that this is an adventure trip, they aren't kidding. So next thing you know, we're being fitted for harnesses and we're rappelling through waterfalls. What an exhilarating experience. And I gotta say, the water felt great.
Basically how canyoning got started back in the World War I times. It was a way for them to sneak the troops to certain areas through the waterfalls. So like in Italy and in Spain, northern Spain, around this area, this is how troops, because the waterfalls would actually muzzle out all the noise from all the clanking and stuff that they have. So it gave them that element of surprise when they're sneaking up on their enemy. Switzerland tries to claim it, Italy tries to claim it, France tries to claim it, Spain tries to claim it. You know, all those guys right there in the middle, but who's to say? It's just a killer activity. It went from something like that into a recreational activity that people seem to really love.
Normally when they do these canyoning trips, they start you on a 5-foot or a 15-foot waterfall and move to a 30-foot waterfall. And then finally down the way, your last waterfall that you're rappelling on is about 120 feet. But of course we didn't have the time for that. So they said, Mike, have you done any technical climbing? And of course, you know, sometimes it's pretty technical climbing into bed. And sure enough, we found that we had to climb straight up 100-foot sheer face, get 40 seconds worth of explanation and demonstration on how to rappel, and then over the side with you. And sure enough, next thing you know, I'm over the side rappelling. What a cool experience.
That's awesome. It's fantastic. What a rush. This is fantastic.
Man, that was fun. Exhilarating. I've never rappelled before, so I don't know, maybe Andy and Scotty just told us we were good for the first time, but I don't know, that was exhilarating. What a giggle. Coming down, I mean, the first part it's kind of steep and it's okay, you're coming down, and then you get to where you gotta like lean straight out and get on the wall vertical. And that's pretty tricky. I mean, we had about a 30-second course on how to do it up there, and you know, here we are, we did it. Just another real adventure, baby. The Osa Resort Club really has it all. And next we had some fun on some ATVs. What a blast. Cruising around in these high-powered, beautiful, brand new ATVs. cruising all through the jungle, right on the beach, and just going around checking out all the sights. It's truly a different way to see the country on back of an ATV. I mean, you can just cruise around anywhere you want. We were cruising down little trails and coming out on these beautiful, untouched beaches. Of course, untouched till we got there. We saw a bunch of howler monkeys in the trees and then made a quick stop at the prayer tree. We're here in front of the prayer tree. The locals refer to this as the prayer tree because at high tide it's completely underwater and a tree is actually growing in salt water. So the locals consider it like a miracle. So they come here to this point where this tree is grown, and at high tide all of this is underwater, obviously, as you can see. Pretty cool spot here at the prayer tree, Costa Rica. Costa Rica can be as wild as you want to be, and nighttime zip lining is no exception.
Remember, keep right hand behind the pulley and left hand you grab it here, cross your legs and go.
What a blast.
Super wedgie at 40 knots.
You got to consider you're up here in the middle of the jungle, it's at night, and next thing you know, you're being strapped up with a light on your head, zinging through the jungle at night.
Get ready for another real adventure!
Well, the staff at the Osa Resort Club was so nice and just so accommodating. We said, you know what, let's take these guys with us. It'll make it more fun. So we brought all the girls and the kitchen staff with us to the zip lines. And boy, what a fun time we had.
Apparently, there's a little delay in the program because a sloth has decided to hang out on the cable. You know, this is the jungle, and I think sloths rule.
Next thing you know, we're out on one of the pedestals, one of the 6 stations, and they stop us, and we're all sitting up on this platform in the middle of the night, in the middle of the jungle, and we're wondering what's going on. And sure enough, there's a 2-toed sloth that is on one of the cables.
Here he comes. Where do you see this dude? Check him out.
So one of the guides is working down the cable to move the sloth out of the way, because, you know, we don't want to hurt anything, and, you know, you're right out here in the middle of the jungle, so you got to kind of be respectful of the local residents.
Oh, that was a blast. I got to tell you, zip lining in Costa Rica, a lot of fun, but try it at night. It's a total giggle.
You know, we've been blessed to be on a lot of different shoots in a lot of different countries and great places, but I gotta tell you, the Osa Resort Club is the cream of the crop. From the first minute you get in country and you're handled by the concierge staff, and next thing you know, you're being whisked around by helicopters and grand caravans. Unbelievable. I mean, it is easily the best of the best of the best. If you're gonna do Costa Rica, head to the Osa Resort Club and have an adventure of a lifetime.